And there shall be signs in the sun, and in the moon, and in the stars, and upon the earth distress of nations, with perplexity, the sea and the waves roaring, men's hearts failing them for fear, and for looking after those things which are coming on the earth. For the powers of heaven shall be shaken. One man, one microphone, one mission, one message.
To be said, instead of chasing the truth, you take a lot to the head. Homie, all I can do is tell you what Jesus said. Repent and turn from your sin, cause the kingdom of God's at hand. That's real. So what? Who cares? I got Jesus, baby. So what? Who cares? I got Jesus, baby. Hey, people want the cheese. American mozzarella. The enemy's rat trap might snap any second. I'm like they do to Matthew, who hasn't finding a treasure. Gave all he had to get it, that's a real go-getter. The 13 letter, the Torah, gospel, and prophets. You'll never see a soul who prophet chasing a prophet. Now look at 1 Timothy 6, it's so clear. Chase the money and wind up in a snare. Now about poverty, no, it's not there. But you pursue God, the rest he takes care. You don't step on his back in order to get rich. If you do, then you're a seed in order to repent. You come to Christ for God, you come to Daddy for worship. He ain't take that cross to fund your vanity purchase. Even though we all agree that death is certain, it seems we believe there's banks beyond earth. That's crazy. So what? Who cares? I got Jesus, baby. So what? Who cares? I got Jesus, baby. Money, gold, cash, paper. If it was a woman, I promise I used to date her. Now that we broke up, she be calling your boy a hater. Cause all I do is use her for glorifying my maker. My treasure's up in heaven, Christ is my satisfaction. If I was broke, I'd be richer than folk who never had. God is the gospel, not a new Bentley. Was empty, but he gave me life, and that's plenty. Get mad, homie, I could spend 6 centuries simply saying I'm satisfied in the senses. And it's sickening, they knowing God ain't good enough, we gotta tell them they can get rich quickly. Now this is heresy, false, it's not true. 2 Corinthians chapter 8 and verse 2. Read that and please believe that. Forget a C note, man, they pockets was E-flat, they still had joy. So what? Who cares? I got Jesus, baby. So what? Who cares? I got Jesus, baby.
This is One Man from Ohio, only on Spreaker.
I got Jesus.
If you got Jesus, hit the like button.
Because the Lord is my shepherd.
And thanks for listening. The Obama regime requests 15,000 Russian soldiers trained in disaster relief and crowd functions, i.e. riot control, be pre-positioned to respond to FEMA Region 3 during an unspecified upcoming disaster.
The president wants to relax me with his statement that the age says it.
Thank you.
Well, we've seen our police militarized. We've seen our military being used as police. Now, in a breaking story from Paul Joseph Watson on InfoWars, we see that the Russian forces are going to provide security at U.S. events. In the article on InfoWars, it says, as part of the deal signed last week in Washington, D.C. between the Russian Emergency Situations Ministry and FEMA, Russian officials will provide security at mass events in the United States, a scenario that won't sit well with Americans who are wary of foreign assets operating on U.S. soil. It'll be a lot easier for our government to collect guns and confiscate guns and shoot on Americans if they're not using American soldiers, if they're using Russian soldiers. Now, this all came from a Russian publication that's referenced in the article, so you can read it for yourself. We're not making this up.
Russian soldiers will be put on U.S. soil by Obama to provide security at U.S. events. That's right, you heard me correctly. As part of a deal signed last week in Washington, D.C., between the Ruskies and FEMA. You know who FEMA is, don't you? The people with the camps ready for you. Russian soldiers are going to be put on U.S. soil to provide security at mass events in the United States. Do you have any idea what this means? Many people fear that this government is getting ready for some major action against the people. They think that this gang that targeted their political enemies through the IRS and through the NSA is getting ready to use foreign troops on our soil, who will not hesitate to shoot, to kill. That was signed just last week between FEMA and Russia, the Russian Emergency Situations Ministry and FEMA, where Russian soldiers will provide security at mass events in the United States. This is illegal. It's a violation of the Posse Comitatus Act. Whoever signed it for the U.S. government should go to prison.
This request was made directly to Minister Puchkov by DHS Director Janet Napolitano, who said these Russian troops would work directly and jointly with their Federal Emergency Management Agency, FEMA.
We have this map that shows how the U.S. would be divided in the event of an emergency, if we can pull that up there. There it is. So this is how the U.S. will be divided into districts. You see 10 of them there. This is according to the National Emergency Center establishment.
It gives FEMA and the Department of Homeland Security jurisdiction over what goes on in these places during a time of emergency.
Minister Puchkov notes that Russian troops being requested by the Obama regime would more than likely be prepared for U.S. casualties, who last year purchased nearly 2 billion rounds of ammunition and just this past month placed emergency orders.
That kind of ammo that they purchased from ATK, hollow point ammunition, as you had explained, it's designed to, tear through human flesh and then expand. It's designed to kill people. DHS for even more ammunition for 175 million rounds of .223 caliber rifle ammo. It's almost identical to the ammunition used by NATO peacekeeping forces. So that's very interesting. Are they planning on some kind of widespread economic unrest in the U.S. that would require NATO forces to help us out?
As Russian troops head to the East Coast, more foreign troops train in California.
Pretty impressive, a display of international military might. Thousands of men and women from several different countries all landed on Camp Pendleton's beaches today. It's all part of a multinational exercise called Dawn Blitz.
New at 5, 10 News reporter Joe Little was on the beach during that exercise and reveals why training alongside other countries has become part of the U.S. military's way of life.
Move. Targets.
6-10-13 military training and martial law drill scene taking place in the urban area of Charlotte, North Carolina.
Public property.
And I've asked him numerous times to please exit the area for his safety, and he's refusing to do so.
I'm breaking no laws.
All right, you just go ahead and go.
I'm breaking no laws.
I'm trespassing.
I am not. This is public-owned property, and I am not trespassing.
I'm asking to leave.
All right, and what law am I violating by standing here?
Trespassing.
This is public property.
This is city property.
This is city property owned by the public, and I'm breaking no
All right, well,
laws.
now I'm telling you to leave.
Why is that?
I'm telling you to leave.
And give me a reason for that.
1305.
Give me a reason that you're asking. Hey, wait. Now you are. All right. Really?
Yep.
I'm breaking no laws. You asked me to leave public property?
It is places we don't get it out for our use.
Not private. You did not take my property.
Back up! I told you once. I'm not going to tell you again.
The Patriot Act, Homeland Security, the Military Tribunals Act, and other legislations are all completely and entirely designed to destroy your civil liberties and limit your ability to fight back against what is coming. Currently in the United States, unannounced to most brainwashed Americans, your home can be searched without a warrant, without you being home. You can in turn be arrested with no charges revealed to you, detained indefinitely with no access to a lawyer, and legally tortured, all under the suspicion that you might be a terrorist. It's time to wake up.
If you are just tuning in, we are going to breaking news out of Washington.
Again, this is a developing story. There has been an explosion.
Absolutely shocking.
Officials searching for answers as to who, what, or why this.
We are also getting unconfirmed reports of explosions.
Was used as a diversion. The situation has changed completely.
What the hell is happening?
Somebody tell me something!
What is going on?
We don't have much time.
Benjamin,
Where have you been?
It's all gonna turn off.
what?
It's going to turn off, and it will never, ever turn back on.
What's going to turn off? What are you talking about? Did I lose you?
Miles.
What the hell is going on?
We're gonna change the world.
My fellow Americans, tonight I want to talk to you about Syria, why it matters, and where we go from here. Over the past 2 years, what began as a series of peaceful protests